And now for more on those earthquakes, and particularly right here in the region, I'm joined by Dr. Nadav Wetzler, a seismologist at the Geological Survey of Israel. Nadav, thank you for being with us.
Absolutely.
Now, Nadav, first try to break down for us the sensitivity of this particular region in eastern Turkey, northern Syria, obviously, and as we saw in that report, not the first major earthquake hitting residents there.
That's true. So, as your report had mentioned, there are a bunch of historical events that took place since the last century, and everything was documented here. As a matter of fact, we know that the Dead Sea transform, which is located at the plate boundary right at the border between Israel and Jordan, continues northward into the Sea of Galilee, and then continues to Lebanon, and then Syria, and then to Turkey. And along these faults, a very large earthquakes occurred, including magnitude 7s and 6s, which were documented during the history.
Yeah, so very high numbers, and particularly this morning. But once again, just over an hour ago, another earthquake of 7.7 magnitude. Obviously, we're expecting some aftershocks, but how unusual is it to get another such major earthquake just hours after the first one?
Yeah, so this scenario is called doublet. It's a couple of earthquakes in a very close proximity, in a very large magnitude, located one right after the other. Usually we have a very large magnitude and then aftershocks. Right now we're having two large magnitudes. This is very unusual. We know that there are regions, global regions, where they're happening large magnitude like that along the Solomon Islands. But right here, it's a transformed plate boundary, and this is very, very unusual for this region.
And Nadav, a lot of viewers watching us, not just around the world, but also here in Israel. Many in Israel felt both these major quakes in Turkey. And talk to us about the risk, the threats of a major earthquake taking place right here in Israel. We know that some particular areas are at a greater danger.
Well, as I said before, the history tells us that every about 100 years there's a very large earthquake, magnitude 6 or above, and every about 1,000 years there's a magnitude 7 occurring somewhere along the Dead Sea fault. The last recorded earthquake was 1995, a magnitude 7.2, the Gulf of Aqaba. And then there was during 1927, there's a magnitude 6 at the Dead Sea, right at the Dead Sea. So we're pretty sure that there's going to be a very large earthquake somewhere in the future, and we are preparing for that earthquake.
To that point, exactly. Obviously, we cannot control nature or when these quakes will take place. But talk to us about what can we do to prevent the damage and the loss of life? What can we do in terms of the infrastructure and in terms of what each of us should do when he's faced in a situation of an earthquake?
So first of all, we need proper education. I think we need to educate the people what to do. This should come from the front office, the home office. But what I can say that the Geological Survey is just completed an early warning system. This system is based on 100 and more seismometers that are deployed all along the major fault line, and this system will give us a few seconds of alert just before the large earthquake. And I think that the first step would be that the public should be aware of this kind of alarm, and they should take the appropriate measurements.
Well, we certainly hope not to face that trouble anytime soon. Dr. Nadav Wetzler, a seismologist at the Geological Survey of Israel, we appreciate your time.